Don't forget the like button, share button, subscribe, and say something pretty, or I'll hit you with the high deuces! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pirates of all ages, it is I, your captain, speaking. We are here in my storage. I got this nice little backdrop from a unit long ago, but we are going to go through something I've been sitting on for a long time. I found a storage unit that had 64 pounds of sterling silver. We have an amazing art hoard. There could be $1 million painting. There could be more, because they say today if the Mona Lisa sold, it would sell for 800 million. How do I know I don't have an $800 million piece in this pile? But we are about to go through it. It might not be something that's gonna be like, oh, this is the greatest find. When you're hunting treasure, you wanna be able to go with potential, and the art is the greatest potential. So we're gonna go through this, see if we have anything. Hey boo boo, how about a picnic basket for you? I think the park ranger's coming. That's my good buddy Yogi. Let's get to it. Right here we got these. This is the pile here. So this didn't fit in the boxes here. And then we have 2 wardrobes full of art. As you can see, there'll be, boom, there's lots of it. We're gonna go through. I know a lot of them, personal family paintings. The woman, you'll see in a second, I forget the name off the top of my head, something about B. Van Dyke. A lot of them are those, but you know, we'll go right to it. Here's the first piece. It's a watercolor, but the name is not B. Van Dyke. It's made in 1978, so I have to look up stuff like this. Jade feathers. This is probably not $1 million piece, but it could be a couple $1,000 piece. Like here, we got, this one says MM. It's a thin oil painting, but boom, then we cut into a bunch of B. Van Dykes. That's the woman's name. She was some type of painter. Van Dyke. This one got my attention here. These are pirate ships, and I am the storage auction pirate, not the storage auction Easter Bunny. And it's a very thick old painting, but you flip it over, and look at that. You see the coloration on the back? That right there is what tells you this is an older painting. And you also look right here, wood in the corner. So this has potential. I've yet to find out what this is worth. Then you come in here, and we got some regular farm type stuff. Look, this is DL Eagling. This could be potential, but if I was to look at the back, my mind right away would tell me this is not very expensive. 2010. This is more like I paint at home and I'm trying to dabble in artwork on the side. There's a lot of paintings like this, flowers, but flowers are beautiful. You know why? Because they say in life you gotta stop and smell the dandelions or the sunflowers. I don't know which one it is, but there is something they say. Here we got B. Van Dyke, lots of B. Van Dyke. I don't know, I think it was Bertha or Beth, but anybody out there, if you think these have value, you can comment and let me know. These are great. Look at the coloration in these. This is like lively and bright. Look at the, couldn't you picture this pink flowers in my bedroom? I sure could. Imagine if you would step on that and you would have to get a tetanus shot. Can you want to introduce yourself, Justin?
No.
Introduce yourself, cameraman.
Justin, Picker's Warehouse.
Well, how are they supposed to know who you are if they can't see your face? Justin has a great channel, Picker's Warehouse. If you see him, he's helped me out in a couple videos. This one here, he helped me do the safe video. He's great at editing and very entertaining, so you'll want to watch his channel because you see him often at the auction. He competes with me, Locker Nuts, Storage Stalker, Jeebus. He's in a lot of our auction stuff, so he's a good dude. You definitely want to check him out. Right here, we got, what are these, lilies?
They're beautiful.
These are all B. Van Dykes. That is a B. Van Dyke there. Actually, it's not. Yes, it is. You can't really see. There are some paintings here that have me extremely, look, that's nice.
Oh yeah.
This painting here, I have not been able to find a signature on it. That's what's difficult about paintings. But if you look at this piece, this is 1800s. Very old, very, what's the right word? Potential. This is a thumbnail pose right here. She's looking in the storage unit. She's like, what did you buy this for? Why?
What did you buy it for?
But this painting? This unit?
The unit.
This unit here, if you watched the playlist, once again, I'll put it right here or something in the description below. I'm a man who goes by a gut feeling. I profile a unit. I don't look at, there's a $1,000 item, a $400 item, there's a $200. When I look in a storage unit, I basically position myself to be that person. I try to think psychologically, what was that person? This unit was riddled with antiques. It was a no-brainer. It was 2 units. One right away, I couldn't see it, but right in, that's where I found the 64 pounds of silver right off to the right. But it was antiques everywhere, like, woo! There was guitars. You know the things you play guitar, right?
Oh yeah.
And there was stacks of paintings. I am not just a gambler, but I'm a treasure hunter. I'm looking for a retirement piece. And like I said, the most expensive thing you can ever find outside of a rocket ship or an alien is a piece of art. Those are the most highest things in the world that sell, is art. So when you want to look for stuff, look for art. If you remember as well, This one I have to get looked at too, but remember the one poster I put in one of the videos? It's worth like, there was one online for 17 grand and I got the only other one. This could be another one of those. 1856 Nevada, published by booksellers. I actually didn't realize that I had this. This is the type of thing that I really want to get looked at. Now look at that. There's Nevada. There's a casino? No?
Maybe a saloon.
All right, let's continue on. We got lots of little Van Dykes. I'm not underestimating these, but the fact that I have the woman's whole life collection tells me that she is probably not a very expensive, sought-after artist. But this piece here, look at the exquisiteness of the leaves and the flowers, etc., etc. This is kind of old. It has a signature there. I don't know, does that say J-Lo?
J-Lo for sure painted this.
Yeah. Pre and living color era. Let's take a look here. Don't get mad at me for doing this, but how am I going to know if something's valuable if I don't see the back? I need to do this. You see the coloration? Once again, this is 1800s painting, late 1800s. There's different ways of telling. Like I'm not exactly sure of the time frames, but like a green is like early 1700s. A light red or dark red is like late 1700s, early, but I probably have that backwards. I just know in the art world, there's different things that are distinctive of that. But this B. Van Dyke right here is pretty good.
That's a nice one.
Look, we got a little something here. Photographed by Farrell, the Odyssey book, 1968. I wasn't even born then. I one time sold a piece of art like this. It was all roses and it's unsigned. See how this one doesn't really have a signature? I put it on eBay randomly, and all of a sudden people started fighting for it. I blew my mind. Like 3-4 people really wanted it. I ended up getting $4,000 for an unsigned painting. This one's cute right here. It's also a B. Van Dyke, but I like it because it brings out the color in my eyes, but it doesn't have a lot of value.
How do you know so much about art? Where'd you learn about art?
Well, it's really like anything in this world, experience. When you do stuff, you know, trial and error, you make mistakes, you learn things, etc. Along the way, you learn things. And I have a lot of experience. People don't realize this, but I've been doing this since the dawn of time. This is a newspaper I did. Look at this. Sunday, April 26, 2009. This is before Storage Wars. This is before Storage Hunters. This is before all the hype on the internet. This is when I was doing storage videos for almost 10 years before anybody even bought a storage unit. And they came out and did an interview with me. I ended up on Eye on the Bay. I had a whole news special about me and stuff. But look at that. Look how young I am. I don't even have gray hairs. I look like I'm 6. And look, there's Storage Scott. There's my brother-in-law, and that's my brother right there. Back to the fact is, I've been doing this for so long, I pay attention. I made a lot of mistakes. One of my worst mistakes ever in this business, by not knowing things like this, is I sold a Salvador Dali at the flea market for $200. It was a beautiful watercolor. It was Jesus hanging on a cross. He was like floating in the sky, a million nails flying. It was double-sided. It looked like it said Xavier. Lo and behold, I found out a couple weeks later, Xavier is what Salvador Dali's autograph looks like. Potential $200,000 painting for $200. I don't like to make those mistakes again.
Did you ever see the guy again?
Yeah. He tried to tell me he sold it for $5 grand, but he's lying.
So he confirmed it was that?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
And he played me because he told me he had no clue, but he worked me. I was just showing him. It was in my truck. Here's a JRS. JBS. I don't know what that is, but I asked him how he did on it because I found out, and he acted like he didn't know. But he convinced me to sell it to him. I just showed him for advice because he was my art guy, and this is the problem when you trust people. It's hard to trust people. He told me, why don't you just sell it to me? It's not worth much. I was happy. I had found like $2 grand in gold and silver. This is an etching, a colored etching. It says Montclair or something, and V. That's the hardest thing to do with art is figure out the signature. That's why a lot of people you'll see will hold on to art. They'll hold on to it forever because they're afraid of letting go of money. This is just trivial art to me. I wouldn't even take the time to look up some of those. This guy here, he's like, hey, how you doing? Look at this, June class 1902. Wow. And that's the school they went to. Oh, look at this. It's the same one. Wow. They must have been rich. They got 2 of them.
First yearbook ever.
First yearbook ever. Maybe not the first.
If that's what it takes.
I'm not going to take my time to go through all these because they're just like this. They're beautiful flowers. They're fun to look at. But once again, I don't know if B. Van Dyke is just some $1 million artist. But I would like to mention that this unit was riddled in rat urine and poop. And when you smell in there, it's just sitting there fermenting. It's been aging. I've been aging the rat poop for going on about 6 months now. So pretty soon it'll turn to more valuable like cheese. Cheese is when you age cheese. Here we got a nice story. New England dogwood. The Ward's Home, New England Dogwood has 4, Petal Western has something. She gave the whole life story of this flower. That was beautiful. Ooh. Sitting by the dock of the bay. Star. This is a nice little meadow. This is where Bambi lives. You remember that scene at the end of The Lord of the Rings when they had to cross the river and the souls were coming to get her when she was carrying Bilbo, or what, I forget his name, Frodo? And then we went to the beach. Nothing. Come on, $1 million painting. Your coat of arms, a gift from history. Okay, so this is a family coat of arms. They used to do that kind of stuff back in the day.
Nice crest.
Crest. We're cresty. And we're cresty. I was gonna guess. Tears of a clown when there's no one. Why does it always look like clowns are happy and sad at the same time? You think there's any significance to that?
I think they were meant to be happy and then they turned sad.
Okay.
Right? Because the idea was to entertain the kids.
I don't know. Like, is the energy it takes to stay happy? That's just a nice little painting, but it's a V. Van Dyke, and like I said, she was not. This looks very what's that guy's name? Not Herring, but he taught Herring. Warholish. It looks almost like Warholish to me. Don't ask me why. It looks like a cross between a Warhol and a Van Gogh. This is neat. They took a mirror and they made it into a flower.
That's creative.
That is very creative, because you know why? They did it again. And I'll bet you these frames are worth more than this painting, sadly. If you want to buy them, they'll probably be on my YouTube auctions, pirateauctions.com.
So we're going to do some of the art in the auctions then.
Maybe, why not? Wafting.
Smell-o-vision.
Wafting. That's rat urine, guys. This B. Van Dyke screams to me value compared to some of her paintings. It's fruit, very nice oil, looks very Italian, you know, like very Italian. Ooh. We have a Doll E. Do you smell that when it comes out? I'm sorry, I'm asphyxiated by the smell. And then we have another one, a B. Van Dyke. Gerald Naylor. That does not look valuable to you, does it?
It's different. Art's so weird, you never know, right?
This baby photo of Uncle Michael that the artist painted.
That's $1 million piece no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, just because Uncle Michael still had B-level hair back then.
Oh, part 2.
Part 3.
Part 3.
It's a trilogy.
It is.
Much like
3 years later.
Think how long stuff sits in a storage unit. People don't realize that these things are so personal to so many people, yet it just sits in a storage unit, covering dust until it withers away, and some person like a pirate like me gets it. International Art Galleries, Los Angeles. Let's see.
Ooh.
Liz Riexig. That's nice though. Look at the quality of the leaves. That's one thing you always want to look at. Like on humans, you want to look at how the eyes look and the hands look. Other things you want to, like a fruit, you want to look at the stems and stuff. But what caught my attention also, we can't read it, but somewhere there is probably a note that time has faded. So they usually write on tape like that. Sadly, because this right here, we'll set this one off to the side to go in the better pipe. Ooh, we got another one.
Ooh, that's nice.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on. This is apples and oranges. Well, you know, Dad, you didn't wash your cup, and I'll be like, children, apples and oranges, okay? Look at Sorrow. What movie is that from?
What was it?
Sorrow.
I feel like I should know this. Oh, Dance, Magic Dance.
Baby. Yes.
What's
Labyrinth.
it called? Labyrinth, that's right.
Sorrow. Okay, this.
Oh yeah, smells bad.
Yeah, smells bad. So this is a pirate ship. I mean, I don't think this has value, but to me it's slightly priceless because my true ancestors, pirates, they used to drive these. This dates it probably 67. That's a moving sticker from Allied Moving Company. Once again, someplace I used to work. We have charcoal drawings, no, pencils. Those are nice. You ever been duck hunting?
No.
I used to on Nintendo.
For sure.
Ooh. What do they got there? These are many signs that we need to save. They're like, look, okay. That's a great thumbnail pose. We should try that. Next time I get a safe, Justin, me and you are making that same thumbnail, and we're going to put it next to each other. I saw the look in your face when you just tried to picture us doing that. Do you think you love what Jesse's Grove? Remember that song? It was a hit song. I don't think those have any value, but here is the last piece of art we have to go through. This is Half Dome? I don't know. Wouldn't you like to just spend a day right there on that tree. I would be like here, and you would be here, and it'd be social distancing.
Is this water?
This is water.
Oh, we're fishing for sure.
All right, and that is still wafting, and you come back here, and we got a couple pieces that I'm gonna have to have looked at. These will make it somewhere. Like, for instance, this is gonna need to have my art expert look at it. This is gonna need my art expert to look at it, but I don't know, is that rat pee on there? Or is that just...
That's a rat piss sheen.
Okay. A rat piss sheen. And no, that's not, none of these ones are good. Not those. Where'd it go? We have these ones here. This painting definitely needs to be looked at. This is me, the pirate, running from the competition. Right there, ahead of the game. This one right here is definitely gonna need to be looked at because if you remember the other poster I was talking about. So we have a good amount of pieces that are gonna have to have somebody take a look at them. There could be a potential of $1 million piece. And if it was $1 million piece, this is where my money's at. It looks better with this off, right?
I think so.
Well, with it on there, it doesn't look like an old piece of that. Ooh. Did you film all that, what I was just doing?
Yeah.
Because look at this. You see how we just did that? It's to somebody.
Personalized.
Wow.
To George Washington.
All right, well, I appreciate you guys watching this unit. Like I said, I bought this unit for a little bit of money, $4,600, and there was over 64 pounds of silver. We're gonna get our art guy to come look out and hope we've struck the jackpot on this unit. Don't forget, Picker's Warehouse, my good buddy. Please subscribe to his channel. The link will be in the bottom. And don't forget to say something pretty, like, share, subscribe, and I'm out.